an incredible scoreline.
A day to remember for Blackpool and one to forget for Roberto Martinez. Villa may have lost their manager 5 days earlier, but they didn't lose their way on the opening day. Man City transfer target James Milner on the score sheet, as caretaker Kevin McDonald presided over an emphatic 3-0 win against West Ham United in Avram Grant's first match. The opening weekend also saw the first clash between two of the traditional Big Four and league debuts for summer signings Joe Cole and Laurent Koscielny. It was a game neither will remember too fondly in the future.
And that's trouble, it's red. And Joe Cole's Premier League debut in red ends with red.
Liverpool a man down before half-time, but they broke the deadlock just after the restart.
Here's Ngog. Oh, what a finish! And the 10 men have the lead.
It was an advantage Liverpool held on to until the 90th minute.
Oh, and the goalkeeper, he carried it in, it's an own goal. Arsenal have got their equaliser.
A late red card followed for the other debutant, Laurent Koscielny. Both sides ending the game with 10 men and honours even.
And you know what? His Premier League debut is going to end just like Joe Cole's, in a red card.
The previous season's runners-up Manchester United began their campaign at home to the promoted winners of the Championship, Newcastle United. And it didn't take long for a familiar air of inevitability to settle over Old Trafford after some early Newcastle pressure. Goals from Dimitar Berbatov and Darren Fletcher putting the game beyond Chris Hughton's side. In reflective mood. Then old heads Paul Scholes and Ryan Giggs combined. 3-0 the final score. Ferguson's men up and running. Following an opening goalless draw with Tottenham, Manchester City faced Liverpool in their second game of the campaign. James Milner making his debut after a protracted move from Aston Villa was finalised days before. His impact was immediate, supplying the cross for his former Villa teammate Gareth Barry to open the scoring. A Carlos Tevez double made it 3 to sink the Reds in a ruthless performance in front of the owner Sheikh Mansour. The widening gulf between the two clubs has never been more apparent. Still buzzing from their opening day victory away to Wigan, Blackpool travelled to the Emirates, where Arsenal were quick to demonstrate the harsh realities of Premier League life to the Seasiders.
A hat-trick at the Emirates for Theo Walcott.
3 for Walcott, 6 on the day for Arsenal, and Ian Holloway left to reflect on a midfield masterclass. Following their opening day thrashing of West Brom, Chelsea were in no mood to take their foot off the gas. Wigan found themselves put to the sword again. They'd conceded 10 goals in their opening 2 fixtures. Chelsea looking imperious, hitting 6 for a second week running.
Benayoun gets in on the act. 6-0 last week, 6-0 this week. You have to say the champions are in formidable form.
Carlo Ancelotti, however, was certainly not getting carried away.
We have to continue to play well, to win, because it's important to start well this season. We are doing this. We are happy.
Top-flight football returned to St James's Park, with Newcastle aiming to avenge their opening defeat. Aston Villa found themselves reduced to bystanders, as United became the third team already to hit 6.
Hat-trick for Andy Carroll. 6-0. And a brand new hero emerges on Tyneside.
Manchester United finished August unbeaten after they swept aside West Ham United 3-0. The Hammers ending August pointless after 3 defeats, with 9 conceded and just 1 goal scored. Big spending Manchester City, meanwhile, suffered their first defeat at the hands of Sunderland. Darren Bent's stoppage time penalty, the first goal City had conceded. Carlos Tevez was left to rue his early miss. Paul Scholes won the first Player of the Month award of the new season, following a series of sparkling performances, including 2 assists and his 150th goal for United. While Carlo Ancelotti picked up the first Barclays Manager of the Month award after Chelsea finished the month top with 3 wins from 3 and 14 goals scored. The defending champions already the only club with a 100% record, and they'd also yet to concede. Arsenal and Manchester United their closest challengers after 2 wins and a draw apiece. West Ham United and Stoke City were both yet to register a point. Everton, as is so often the case it seems, also off to a slow start.
"12 months earlier, Harry Redknapp presided over 4 wins from 4 at the start of the season. This time around, and his Tottenham side made a slightly more faltering start to their campaign. An opening blank with Manchester City, followed by a win at Stoke, before defeat at home to Wigan on match day 3. For their 4th game, Spurs travelled to West Brom, handing debuts to William Gallas and deadline day signing Rafael van der Vaart. But they fared little better, Chris Brunt cancelling out Luka Modric's opener. Much food for thought for Harry. Another deadline day signing was Ghana's World Cup star Asamoah Gyan. Sunderland breaking their transfer record with a £13 million fee paid to the French club Rennes. He'd been on the radar of manager Steve Bruce for some time.
He has followed me for about 3 years now, and he had wanted to sign me for the last summer, but I was down to injury, so I had to tell him to wait, for this year, So I think I was ready. I was ready to come here. That was why I'm here. But the main reason why is the coach has confidence in me, and I think Sunderland is a good club.
It was faith repaid almost instantly. Gyan marking his first appearance for the Black Cats with a well-taken goal just 20 minutes after coming on as sub. But Steve Bruce was left to rue a late equaliser after having to play the majority of the game with 10 men. The feisty Lee Catamol seeing red for the 2nd time in 3 games.
He simply has to learn that he can't go to ground, and that's the frustration, obviously, what he feels and we all feel, and he has to learn from it.
Fulham were finding their feet under new manager Mark Hughes. They'd started the season with 3 draws from 3. Wolves were also unbeaten as they arrived at the Cottage in the late summer sunshine.
Van Dam! Wolves have an early lead at Craven Cottage.
Joy for Wolves, but agony soon followed for Bobby Zamora. A fair challenge, but one that left Fulham's leading goalscorer from last season facing a lengthy spell on the sidelines with a broken ankle. New signing Moussa Dembele was now the only available senior striker.
Dembele! Equaliser for Fulham. Moussa Dembele scores again, and surely he's pitched a winner for Fulham in stoppage time. On the day they lost Bobby Zamora, Fulham hail their new boy, Moussa Dembele.
Talk of Wayne Rooney's off-field problems dominated the build-up to Manchester United's trip to face Everton at Goodison.